Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? Ooh. It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
See her call.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Bring it back now. Hey, we got another TikTok video for y'all today, man. We finna get some juicy tea. Because we got what's the family tea you found out once you got older. This part 1, they got a part 2, y'all. So let us know in the comment section if y'all want part dose.
I ain't got none. So don't even ask me because you know, see. Mind your business.
Woo. Hey, I ain't gonna count. As we got older, we found out everybody ain't got the same daddy. Well, that's on mine. Like, for real, my mama ain't got the same daddy. Her sister ain't got the same daddy. And then
but is that really tea, though? Like, is that really like... Or did you actually grow up thinking that all of them had the same...
At one point.
But
as I got a little older, it's like you find out. Then you start finding out who you think your cousin really ain't your cousin. Then you really find out. You're like, damn.
Yeah. But
so, that'd be a little tea too, though.
That's a little tea.
That's a little tea. But with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box. Down below, you already know where to go if you want to further support. Just always check down below. Also, we always salute to the comment of the day, man. So make sure y'all spam us up in the comment section down below. Letting us know anything or just I want to communicate. Let us spam us up, man. You might get highlighted too. But with that being said, man, what's the family tea you found out once you got older? Part 1. Hopefully we ain't got no long-winded women, man. Y'all know how.
Yes.
What's the family tea that you found out once you got older? I'll go.
Okay, so growing up, I really didn't have that much of a relationship with my father. So when I turned 18, I decided to reach out because I wanted him to come to my high school graduation. So I asked my mom, like, what's his information and stuff. She said she don't know his information, but she did know where his mother lived. So she knew where my grandmother lived. So she took me to my grandma's house. And y'all, this lady had a big, humongous house, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm living in poverty, and these people are living like luxury. But anyways, that's beside the point. So anyways, I get in contact with my grandmother and she takes me to lunch. So during lunch, everything is cool. She's like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this lady starts breaking down, crying. The whole reason I'm having lunch is because I'm trying to figure out, where is my father at? How can I contact him? Why isn't he answering my phone calls? So she starts crying, y'all. So this is part 2 of the family secret. So basically, we're at the point I meet my grandmother. I'm all happy. We're at lunch. Everything is great. She's giving me she gave me like a diamond necklace. She gave me $100. She was like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty and all this stuff. So I'm like, woo, I'm getting the love I deserve, you know? The love I've been deprived of for years, right? So anyways, I'm still wondering and confused as to where my father is, because that's the whole reason why I contacted her, to get in contact with him. So she wasn't trying to get me in contact with my dad. So I was kind of confused about that. And then she just started breaking down, crying hysterically, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? You know, trying to comfort her while we were at lunch. And she ends up exposing everything. She's just like, yeah, when your dad was born, his mom ended up dying. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Are you not his mother? All right, so we're at part 3, family secrets. So my grandmother, who ended up not being my real grandmother, tells me that my real grandmother died giving birth. So to this day, I don't know if she died giving birth to my dad or if she died giving birth to one of his siblings, but she did die giving birth. So at this point, she's like crying, everybody's staring. I'm trying to calm her down. So she ends up telling me who she is, because I was wondering, like, well, who are you if you aren't the real grandmother? Like, what's going on here? So she ended up telling me that her and my grandfather had a relationship on the side, and while he was married to my dad's real mom, and when my dad's real mom passed away, that's when she stepped in and decided to take on his kids as her own. So now I'm still wondering, well, where's my father? Why haven't Why can't I talk to him? So I end up hunting him down. Okay, so part 4.
I'll be dead. Bro, we are quick. Don't cover up for her.
No.
She
I
gave
like
too
the
much.
build up.
No, she gave too many damn fillers. We don't give a fuck about all these fillers. You could have told this in 2 parts. It is a long story, but you could have given it in 2 parts. Quit trying to cover up for women. And this ain't no women empowerment moment.
No.
Y'all talk too damn much.
No. I like the build up, babe.
No.
The anticipation.
Family secrets. So I was really young and naive. So at the time, I didn't realize what was going on. So now that I'm older, I get why she didn't want to give me my dad's number. I feel like she thought that I wanted him for his money, but I didn't know anything about this man having money. Like, he never paid child support a day in his life. So how was I to know that he had any type of money, right? So anyways, so she wouldn't give me his number, but she gave me my aunt's number. So I ended up calling my aunt, and I literally called this lady like twice, y'all, twice. And she had the nerve to tell me that I need to stop harassing her, and she's gonna call the police on me if I keep calling her, and just like all this type of crazy stuff. And I'm like, whoa, lady. Like, I just wanna have a relationship with my father, just like you have a relationship with your brother. I want to have a relationship with him as well. But anyways, so she ended up telling me, well, he's in jail right now, so you don't have to worry about that, and just like having an attitude with me and all this stuff. So I'm just like, okay, well, nice knowing you. I hung up the phone, right? And so I'm like, okay, well, if he's incarcerated, it's really, really easy to find people in jail. So I'm doing my Google searches. I'm literally like turned into an FBI agent trying to find this man. Like, and I'm literally looking everywhere, and nothing is popping up saying that he's in jail. So long story short, I ended up
She been it already been a long story, bruh. Ain't nobody got time for this bull crap, bruh. Y'all gotta quit covering. We ain't.
Yes, we
No,
are.
we ain't. We finna get a whole nother minute and a half, bruh.
She about to wrap it up.
No, I don't care, bruh.
Ended up contacting my oldest sister because I know he had other kids and stuff. So I found her on Facebook, and it was pretty easy to find her on Facebook. But I found her on Facebook, contacted her. She was like, okay, well, here's the most recent number I have for him. So that is when I started like blowing up his phone and trying to figure out if I could talk to him or whatever. So I used to call this man every single day, and it would always be this one specific lady that would answer the phone, and she would always tell me that he was not there. And I'm just like, well, can he call me back? Blah, blah, blah. He would never call me back. So one day he finally answered the phone, or she finally answered the phone and gave the phone to him. So I'm just like, hi, Dad. How's it going, right? And he's just like, oh my gosh, baby girl, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you for so long. And I'm like, you've been looking for me? Wow, I've been looking for you too. Well, I really wasn't looking for him, but when I turned 18, that's when I started looking for him. So he was just like, yeah, I've been looking for you all these years, and I really want to tell you something. There's something that I have to tell you. So I'm like, okay, well, what is it, Dad? Like, well, what do you have to tell me? I now have a father, y'all. I'm all happy and stuff. So he ends up finally telling me everything. Okay, y'all, part 5, family secret.
I told you, bruh, to be honest, you could have left her up out of here. She don't have no, bruh, TikTok is not made for that. If you want to be telling your story, I'm really irritated.
So I'm about to wrap this up. So I finally got in contact with my dad. I was talking to him on the phone, and he was just like, I got to tell you everything why I haven't been around in your life or whatever. I have been looking for you, but, you know, I was running from some people, and I just needed some time away. I told everybody, don't come looking for me and all that stuff. So basically, I'm super, super naive. I'm young and stuff. I'm believing this man. I'm believing everything he's telling me. So once he told me that, I was just like, okay, well, I have some things to tell you too. I don't think your mom is your mom. And she told me that she's not your mom. Your real mom died giving birth. And I told him all of this because he was like, well, how did you find me? And I was just like, I got in contact with your mom. So once I told him that his mom wasn't his mom and stuff, he was just like, what? Like, wait a minute. He obviously was taken aback. He obviously was in shock because that's a lot to take in, you know, like you've been lied to basically your whole entire life, right? So at first, I don't think he really believed it. Like, I don't know if he was just in shock, or maybe he didn't believe me, but he didn't, like, he was kind of just like confused. Like, he's just like, I'm real confused about the situation. So he told me that we all need to come together and sit down, have a family discussion. Y'all, in that moment, I was like, damn, I should not have told him that. Like, it really wasn't my business to tell him that. And also, why am I in it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just met all of these people like a month ago. And why I gotta be a part of this? But at the same time, I wanted to see what went down. Like, I was like, okay, the secret is out. The family secret is out. I need to.
Now, my girl.
Okay, hold on.
Look, two, 3 parts. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't talk this much. You gotta get that to me.
You don't.
You say I'm long with it. I'm not
Bruh, somebody need to smack her for one.
Ain't nobody smacking nobody.
No. What I'm saying is,
because she shouldn't have opened her mouth to be telling.
Stay in a child's place.
Well, because she was 18 at the time.
She ain't even out the house yet. Stay in the child's place.
My thing is,
because you ain't even gotta be talking to me.
Come on.
You say your thing
Nothing.
is what? No, your thing is what?
I forgot that quick.
You ain't forget.
I did.
Know what really happened. So anyways, we have like a family meeting. I ended up going to the family meeting. Everybody was there. All of my siblings, well, not all of my siblings, but a few of my older siblings were there. And his mother was there. So y'all, when I say it was the biggest blow up ever, like, I saw a side of these people that I did not want to see. Like, everybody was just, I mean, obviously it makes sense why he was upset. But everybody was just like going at each other, and I was scared. Like, I was just like, oh hell no, get me up out of here. Like, I feel like I just started all this drama because I didn't have to tell him. But yeah, he was really pissed. And my grandmother was super mad at me because I'm the one who told. Exactly. And at that point, she cut me off. So I got cut off, y'all. And she was being so nice to me before. Like, she was.
What's the family?
Y'all.
So basically, to sum up the story, the family TS for her. She talked too much.
Let me. Yeah, she.
Cause we all done figured that out.
Do you got a relationship with your daddy?
Still never got that out. Everything the stuff she should have talked.
Understood y'all.
We didn't get no tea out of that.
No, but grandma cut you off. You talked too much. It was a big blow up because of you.
And you still talk too much. All right. Hopefully we get some more.
I got a little irritated too off of that one.
I know you did, because you was like you was trying to vouch for her at the 4-minute mark, but she left.
Tea that you found out once you got older.
I accidentally spilled the tea that no one knew about. My grandparents were excellent at recording our family history. My grandfather even found out that we were part of the Norman invasion of England. My grandmother was very, very proud of her proper upbringing and how influential her family was and blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to put dates together to help my mum out. And wedding certificates and birth certificates and names didn't quite match up. So I accidentally uncovered a family affair. My grandmother's grandmother had an affair with a married man, was forced to marry the gay brother. They carried on the affair. The gay brother continued to raise that child and more children, like for part 2. Here we go for part 2. Okay. So wasn't expecting to have such interest in the story. So here we go. Let me rewind and I'll explain a few more details. So my mother and I took over documenting our family history because my grandfather had been diagnosed with dementia and he stored everything up here. So we were on a timeline to get things down pretty quickly.
So to sum up her situation, basically her grandfather is not her grandfather. It's actually her her great uncle.
Her grandfather that she thinks is her grandfather.
It's her great uncle.
It's her uncle.
Her great uncle.
It's her great uncle, yeah.
But her great uncle is really her grandfather.
Yeah.
But that's some weird ass.
But the grandma had to marry. I mean, the grandma had to marry the brother just so that so she could stay around or in the family because he already had a wife.
But did he have kids? So now instead of them being cousins, they really brothers and sisters.
But that's the thing. He didn't have kids with the
because
the brother.
Okay.
You get it?
Kinda.
This time we started researching my grandmother, so his wife, and all her details. So I jumped on one of the ancestry type websites and started looking up some of the free documentation on there. I found her birth certificate, I found her death certificate, but parental names were different and dates and marriages were different. I thought I made a mistake, not uncommon for me, and showed it to my mum. She's like, oh, you got that wrong. You've had to get it wrong. We started digging, and we found a distant cousin who also has done the digging as well, and we found out about the affair. So let me tell you about the affair. My grandmother's grandmother met and fell in love with and had an affair with a married man. My grandmother's mother was a result of that affair. But because of the status of both families and the times, pre-World War I, they had to get married. But he couldn't because he was already married and divorce was unheard of, particularly for a Protestant family of note. So his elder brother was still single. So the mother of the two brothers married her off to the single brother, who we believe is gay. Here is where the tea gets spicy. Okay. So keep up with me here. So my grandmother's grandmother and her new...
Hold on. First off, no. I'm just trying to say, it's not her grandmother. It's her grandmother's grandmother. So that means her great-great... It's a great-great-grandma.
Because grandma.
It's her great-great-grandma. That's what I'm talking about.
Husband, her lover, and his wife all lived in the same house. So my great-grandmother's parents continued their affair while they were still married to their respective partners. My uncle came along then. So my grandmother's grandmother, her two children, her husband and her lover and his family all lived in the same house. Remember the mother of the two brothers that forced them to get married? She dies. And this is where the story gets awesome. So it was the lead up to World War I, and the matriarch of the family dies. So the two couples are able to file for divorce and be with the partners that they actually want to be with. So my grandmother's grandparents were able to be married and live very happily ever after with their two children. The other brother actually joined the Canadian Army for the First World War and settled over there. We do believe he settled and had a very fulfilling life in Canada post-World War I.
Tell me you're a model.
Yo, this is my number 2 stories in the last 13 minutes. Like, God.
But it was because of the first girl. The second story was definitely like...
way more juicy.
It was juicy. I was like, dang.
Well, they got a part 2, so hopefully if y'all want to see more tea, maybe part 2 won't be as bad. It's shorter. So y'all let us know in the comment section down below if y'all want to see part 2. We'll bring it over here for y'all, man. But with that being said, that last one was juicy. The first one... really want to eat no tea, bro. Want to eat no juicy.
Now I know she talked too much.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell her nothing.
Exactly. But as always, I do go with the name DJ Nick. This is.
Here, Nicole.
We are.
Yeah,
y'all.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Get my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my